Thank you, engineer, for that question. Of course, you have pointed out that I'm a practitioner and part of the one who has brought up these buildings that are safe. That may not be precise because none of my buildings I've designed have been condemned,
Yes,
but has come down. Nonetheless, you have asked a very important question on some of the causes for the building collapsing. Now, I need to point out to the listeners that studies have been done by NCA, and of course, Dr. Engineer Charagu has already indicated that he has been involved in any building that has collapsed in this country. And the NBI has also documented those many causes. But you would find out that a number of buildings that have collapsed, poor workmanship contributes. So that you find concrete that is honeycombing, and generally quality control and quality assurance lacking. You also have sometimes substandard material. Construction involves materials a lot, whether it is roads, whether it is in water, whether it is in buildings. And materials are everything in terms of constructing the structure. Now, if you have substandard materials, and this can be sand, it can be every kind of material you're using in construction, then you are really exposed. Of course, we have recently seen unqualified people taking responsibility for structural design. And so basically, poor structural design is also a contributor. We also have people who completely do not comply with statutory and safety requirements. And this also contributes to collapse of buildings. Because we have the building code, we have the building regulations. And they are there to guide the processes so that if we follow well, we're able to get safe structures. So there we have situations whereby people really do not comply with that. Now, we also have situations where buildings collapse because of inadequate maintenance. And we have situations of poor construction methods where you do not follow the sequence correctly. You may, for example, remove shuttering before curing has happened, and then you are exposed, you are loading the structure before it is supposed to be loaded, or before it is set properly. And so you can really summarize all these things and say that largely they are really human factors of omission and commission. Because whether you talk of professional design, it's a human factor. Because you are going to have inadequate design. When you carry out poor construction processes, do construction methods, it's a human factor. Sometimes, of course, and this has been documented, we also don't deal with the drainage properly, and so it jeopardizes our foundations. Other issues like poor mixed design of concrete, and like I've alluded, curing of concrete. All these basically they are really human factors of omission and commission. And we cannot rule out, because we have seen a bomb blast bringing buildings down. We saw that in New York, 2001, and others. Sometimes also earthquakes can cause buildings collapsing. Sometimes we have seen areas like Muranga, landslides, soil slips, and all that. So, but suffice it to say, significantly buildings collapse because of human factors. And that will be interesting subject as we continue with this conversation, engineer. Back to you, thanks.